So in the past, we've talked about expenses to plan for in retirement, but what are some expenses that kind of disappear when I retire?
Ah, that's a good one actually, because it's kind of interesting. There's quite a few. I've seen clothes go down. Because you can wear the same clothes more often, even if they get a little bit worn. You're not, showing up to work every day. Some of this clothes are cheaper. Sometimes casual clothes might be cheaper than the more formal clothes you might need for work. Of course, gas can go down. If you're not traveling back and forth to work, mileage and maintenance on your car can go down. The intervals between when you get your cars, might go down just because you're not using them as much, right? So that saves money. Um, there's a whole host of things that happen. Oh, one of the big ones is sometimes people have, especially towards the end of their career, a lot of money going to the 401k, right? You can put lots of money in there, and all of a sudden now you're retired, you don't have that money going in your 401k any longer. And so, that's sort of a savings in a way, as far as that goes in terms of your cash flow. And so there's, bunches of things, but there's also a whole bunch of offsetting things. Now you're home every day. I know on the weekends, I'll probably spend more money on the weekends than I do when I'm at work. I'm too busy at work. On the weekends, I can sit there, I can go out, do things more often. And, if I'm not working, I could travel. I could spend money on travel. I can go out to eat more often, for example, theoretically. I'm free to eat every meal if I so desire. And so, just when you're really busy, sometimes it's a little harder to spend some of the money. Um, I haven't seen a huge differential over the years between what somebody's spending, prior to retirement versus what they're spending after. There's all these rule of thumbs, like 80% of your income. That probably works, especially if you're putting 10, 20% away into savings at the end. But something in that 80 to 100% of what you're already, already earning, you probably need into your retirement. It's not a big drop off. There's a lot of offsets, lots of things that you might, hobbies that you might do. So work is a bit of a hobby for me. I do that. I enjoy large parts of it. If I didn't have work, I'd probably have some other hobbies. Some of my hobbies are more expensive than others, and I've spent bunches of money on different things over the years. So if I had full time to do hobbies, I might spend more than on those than I would, right? So those are things that kind of offset the savings, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, one big expense that always goes away when you retire is your FICA taxes, which is your Social
Mm,
Security and your
yeah,
Medicare taxes.
yeah,
And once that disappears, that's an extra 7%
yeah.
of tax your expenses you're not paying.
That's right. Yeah, exactly right. That's a good point. Yeah, you're no longer contributing to that. Most of that's contributing to Social Security. You're potentially getting closer, if not already receiving Social Security, which is, just the opposite. So, yeah, those. It's a good point. There are some savings. Again, I've just seen offsets for the most part, and it's good offsets. I mean, it's kind of fun. For most people, they'd rather travel and do hobbies and work on the yard and stuff than do some of the jobs that they have. Yeah, that's why retirement is generally considered a lot of fun by the people that I've met.
Yeah, and travel can probably you can stretch your dollar a little bit further probably
Mhm.
because you don't have to stick to a schedule anymore.
Yeah. Yep.
You can take return flights on non-peak days.
Yes.
Return it on the middle of the week instead of returning on like the Sunday before work.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, a lot of my clients travel in those. I mean, who wants to go out when all the families are out when you don't have to, when it's not as crowded? And that generally, yeah, you'll save money on the plane ticket. Almost everything you might save some money on. Yeah, that's a good point.